So Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game of all time. I love everything about it. The music, the characters, the way it's played, the fact that you actually go and help people as well. It feels like, I forgot who said it, but they called it a community service game, and that person was right. And I'm sad that I forgot who said it, but that's what it feels like, and I appreciate that. Every time I play Majora's Mask, I always 100% it. I get all the masks, Tears Deity and all that, all the heart pieces, you know. But I don't know where all the grottos are and some intricacies of the games. And man, I got humbled so quick during that randomizer. It took less than 30 minutes. I was like, I don't know where to go. That was kind of insane, right? And the thing that struck me the most is at the same difficulty level, Majora's Mask Randomizer is so much harder than Ocarina of Time. It's not even close. It's so insane. It's also a bit less rewarding because there's so many chests and so many rewards were rupees for me. But that's my fault. I set the dungeons to open doors. So there was no keys, right? So I had to replace those keys for something, which turned out to be rupees. Holy crap. I got so many red rupees. It became a meme during that run. And the last thing I did was Cafe's Quest at the end. And that's what I got exactly that at the end, a red rupee. That made me crash out. And I just went and finished the game because I had everything. The reason why it's so hard is because the checks are also time dependent. Sometimes you have to do it multiple times. That was the case with the Cafe's Quest. I had to get Anju's letter, which I had to rescue the goldfish to do every time. And that was so long just to do that. And I had to do it multiple times because I had to go meet with Cafe just to get the lens of truth. So I came back from a break and I figured that out. And I was like, man, and I'm going to have to do it one more time because I can't finish the quest. I don't have the hook shot. So I can't go into Ikana Canyon. All right, how about some minor complaints? Let's just get out of the way first. Now, like I said, I get why Majora's Mask Randomizer is less streamed because, first of all, it's much more complicated and difficult. For that reason, it's also a bit less developed. Majora's Mask has always been kind of the dark horse of Zelda. It's basically Ocarina of Time with a different gameplay, major different gameplay, let's make it sure. And that's what it took a while before it gets right. It wasn't loved at first. It wasn't like the most popular thing ever. Also, I had to play it on Project 64, and personally, I'd rather play it on 2-Ship to Arcanian, but at the time, I couldn't download it. The link was down. Now the link's back up, so the next one is actually going to be on 2-Ship to Arcanian. I look forward to that. It's a bit less complicated of a randomizer because there's a lot of options that are not available, but it's still going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a good one. If anything, I have a seed ready that I can use with Project 64, so we'll get that out of the way. I hate Project 64. I think it's the worst of the popular emulators. Absolutely. But I am going to finish it. Like, I don't have all the items during my playthrough, and that's one thing I'm doing on Sunday. I think it's August 10th. We're gonna try to find all the remaining items. I had 6 or 8 items at the end of the game, and I knew I was gonna get a lot of rupees because obviously I had Great Bay Temple left and the whole of Ikana region, so obviously I'm not gonna get all my items in one go. I'm gonna get a lot of rupees. So I was playing it like I was mad every time I got a rupee. I did get mad though. I did get mad, like I said, at Cafe's Quest at the end. That didn't change. That was a crash out. My only major complaint about Majora's Mask really it has nothing to do with the game. It's the guides online are so bad. Like, you watch for grottos, not all the hidden grottos are written everywhere. The maps where they're on are terrible. Ocarina of Time guides are way better. It's not even close. So that was it for the complaints. How about some positive? What did I like? During my first randomizer, I got all geared up before I even had access to my first temple, which was Snowhead Temple, and that's where the Deku Mask was. So I was really happy about that. But I like that. I like that I had to do almost every side quest that exists, and slowly I got all my gears, and eventually I got all the essentials before I even got access to Snowhead. Well, all the essentials. I got the Deku Mask, and you know what? So that was pretty cool. I thought that was fun. I did learn during the first stream 3 sequence break, the hut near the guard in Southern Clock Town. I learned to backflip over the little kid. I had to watch a video for that, and the seam, climbing up on the seam on the Intermina Field. I learned that on the fly. That was pretty fun. I didn't know those skips, but they're not too bad. I did have the feature Hookshot Anywhere, and I think that's the best thing in that randomizer, especially to do the Ikana Temple. I forgot the name of that. I always forget the name of that temple. But Ikana Temple with Hookshot Anywhere is just a blast to do. A bit freaky when you get into the Gold Skulltula house at Great Bay Temple. I went through walls and even out of bounds at some point. I didn't learn my lesson. It's a short that should come out eventually. I don't know if it's gonna come out tonight or some other time, but that was pretty fun. Like I said, I did remove the key, so I had door opens in dungeon. That felt great. Those dungeons flew by. That was like 30 minutes tops per dungeon. I did get lost in the last one though. I forgot some doors because you're going out. I was going out of order, so that was pretty fun. I like that. I like that was a feature. It's not going to be a feature in the next one because 2-Ship to Arcanian doesn't have that yet. Picking up the Clown Town Town hut skip earlier. When I did that trick, I got the Fierce Deity mask right off the bat. I think it was like the 4th or 5th item I got, but I didn't have the Fierce Deity mask anywhere. Option. Oh, that's gonna be changed in the next one. From now on, they're gonna have it. I want to use that thing everywhere if I can. But overall, I really love my experience. You know, there's more randomizers for Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask coming. Ben Rai actually gave me a website with a list of all the games with a randomizer. So we got way more randomizer, more than just Zelda. I've already done Super Mario RPG this week. That is chaos fueled. I loved every second of that. That video is gonna come out Monday. I'm gonna do that about this game. It did suck, however, to get like red rupees after 30 minutes of quest. But what are you gonna do, right? That's my fault for setting the item pool so low. Man. But what a great experience. I highly recommend you try out Majora's Mask Randomizers. It's a lot of fun. It is much more difficult. But I don't know. I like I said, I'm sold on randomizers. But that's gonna be it for my thoughts on Majora's Mask Randomizers. I had a great time. I highly recommend it. It is much more difficult than Ocarina of Time. And that's just at like beginner and standard level. We're not even talking, I ain't going nowhere near hell levels stuff. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you can, if you want. That'd be appreciated. I wish you a slime-tastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one.